My favorite show is back! Let's go! Warning, this video contains spoilers for the first episode of the new season, so if you haven't seen it yet, don't watch this video. Also, don't watch this video if you're too young to watch this show, because, yeah, it has some content. What's up, guys? So, Panty and Stocking Season 2 is here. After 15 years since the original show left us on that cliffhanger, and oh boy, that first episode was peak! I've been a fan of Panty and Stocking since 2016 when I saw it for the first time at 13, which I probably shouldn't have been watching at that age, but I did anyway. This was one of the big things that inspired me to try making my own animations, however, I think I might have taken the wrong kind of influence from it.
Fucking fuck. Oh, fuck.
Motherfucker.
Fucking on fire.
Well, we're all fucked in the ass.
So after seeing that infamous last episode and being left on that cliffhanger in October 2016, I always wondered, what happened after that? Alas, outside of some manga that were created by the original creators, we never got anything. Some people thought that the show was never meant to have a season 2 and that this ending was a troll, and honestly, I would have believed it for a while. Given the show's content and the fact that the studio was known for doing troll endings like that, yeah, I assumed this was just part of the bit. Sure, there were some fan works that filled in the gaps, but what really happened afterward? So as it turns out, a lot of the people responsible for Panty and Stocking at Gainax did want to do more, but they moved over to Trigger, so legal things really prevented them from doing it. For years and years, I, alongside many others, wanted to see more. But then Gainax started to have a lot of financial issues, and eventually they went out of business last year. But not before Trigger bought the rights back. They bought the rights and announced that development was starting all the way back in 2022, and 3 years later, here we are. The bitches are back and it's just like they never left. Now, first thing I'm gonna talk about is the English dub. Man, the English dub for the first season was legendary. You had Jamie Marchi and Monica Rial cursing up a storm, and to top it all off, it was Gainax who asked Funimation to make the dub have as much cursing as possible so that the Japanese staff could learn some new English curse words. Made the show great and hilarious and was executed perfectly since it was just random shit happening and nothing too deep, unlike some other shows that tried to copy it and failed. Looking at you, Helliverse. For the record, I haven't actually watched it too much. I don't really like the idea of it. So, it was kind of disappointing when we found out that everyone was recast and not a single old actor remained from the old dub. Now, I don't know exactly what happened, but the old dub was made by Funimation, now Crunchyroll, and recorded in Texas, whereas this new one is funded by Amazon and it's recorded in LA. If I had to guess, it's because Trigger is much more expensive now following their other shows that became hits. Not a lot of Trigger's anime seem to have been dubbed by Funimation/Crunchyroll. I'm no anime voice actor, so don't quote me on it, but I'm just using what I know about the industry to make a guess. But as it turns out, the new cast knew that they had big shoes to fill, and overall, after adjusting, everyone sounds great. Christina V is now Stocking, whose work I was already a fan of before, and Garter Belt is finally voiced by a black voice actor. As hilarious as Chris Sabat was as Garter Belt, that casting choice did not age well at all. It barely flew back in 2012, and it certainly would not fly today. I was a bit concerned that since the dub was done by a different studio, it wouldn't be as vulgar, but as it turns out, the studio in charge kept that at least. We'll definitely be seeing more of it as more episodes come out. For the record, if you're watching this in like November, at the time this video was made, only the first episode was out, and I'm so ready for it! Now let's talk about the actual episode contents. It's only been 5 minutes in universe since that infamous cliffhanger. Stocking is revealed to have been mind-controlled by Corset, and she turns into a massive-ass ghost. But Brief and Garter, alongside the Demon Sisters, are collecting those 666 pieces as fast as they can, and they manage to get all but one of the pieces. Once that last piece is inserted, the two girls fight. But it isn't a fight to save the world, it's a little fight over stupid shit they've done to each other over the years. like Panty stealing Stocking's food or Stocking stealing Panty's toy. You know what I mean by that. Ultimately, both return back to normal, and they head to some events afterward. Garter offers Scanty and Knee Socks to move in with him, and they do, after Corset is killed in the classic live-action explosions that this show is known for. Overall, that show was just as we left it back in the day, and it didn't get softer with time. If anything, it was more vulgar this time around. I certainly was not expecting that infamous cliffhanger to be wrapped in a single episode, and it just not just another one of the Angel's antics, but I forgot. It's this show. It does the most random shit and will either make it important to the plot or make it something that is never seen again. Though I feel the cliffhanger was a little underwhelming with how it was resolved, I'm just happy we finally got a resolution to that plot, and now we're ready for even more crazy shit to happen. They said they had at least 6 seasons worth of material. Imagine Panty and Stocking at Naruto or One Piece length. Overall, that's really it for this video. If you like anime and art content, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time, and remember to repent, motherfuckers! I try not to curse in my videos too much, so that's a rare occurrence.